Hi everyone, it is Sandra from Gracious Goodness Essentials. How are you? I hope that you're enjoying the sunshine. I have got blue skies today, which is beautiful. I wanted to pop on and talk to you about essential oils that we can use to support shift workers. So this is a subject that is near and dear to my heart because I have been a shift worker for over 20 years now. And, you know, there are lots and lots of studies out there that will tell you that, that shift work, the constant changes in shift patterns of working during the night and sleeping during the day and vice versa, can lead to some long-term issues with our health. And one of those that is what I wanted to talk about today is sleep and this kind of chronic sleep deprivation that we get. So one of the reasons for that is that our pineal gland in our brain is programmed to secrete melatonin, which is a sleep hormone, at night when it's dark. And melatonin helps you to kind of get to sleep and to stay asleep. But when you're working a night shift and you're awake at night, and we're typically in bright environments because that's how you've got to work, your pineal gland doesn't want to secrete the melatonin then. All the cues, all the triggers are wrong. But then when we get home, it's daytime, and your body knows that it's daytime because that's your circadian rhythm, and it still doesn't want to secrete the melatonin. So we tend to kind of struggle with that melatonin release and getting good sleep and things like that. So often shift workers complain of feeling really tired all of the time and not getting enough sleep. So I know that a lot of my colleagues actually resort to using sleeping tablets to help them sleep during the day so that they can be functional again, you know, kind of at work the next night. The only problem is that there are some good studies out there that show that sleeping tablets aren't all that they're cracked up to be. And in fact, there was quite a large study done a few years ago that looked at a number of different sleeping tablets, and they compared them to a placebo tablet. And what the end result was is that those people that took the sleeping tablets got on average 11 minutes more sleep than those that took the placebo tablet. However, the sleeping tablets have a much longer half-life than a placebo, and so some of the effects, some of the kind of like the continuing drowsiness and fatigue, they were feeling for up to 18 hours later. So that was affecting not only their social and private lives, but it was also affecting their ability to function safely and appropriately at work as well. So for me, I've chosen that sleeping tablets aren't the way to go to help me get sleep during the day in between my shifts, and instead I look for some natural alternatives. And one of the alternatives that you can look at is actually using essential oils to support you. So two of my favourite essential oils to use in between night shifts is actually cedarwood and Hawaiian sandalwood. So these two are pretty amazing. They contain high amounts of sesquiterpenes, which allow the essential oil to cross the blood-brain barrier, and they can actually have a direct effect on our brain. And in particular, they oxygenate and stimulate our pineal gland to secrete melatonin. Awesome, because that's what we need in order to get a good sleep. And so you can diffuse these essential oils. You can also apply them topically with a bit of carrier oil. If you're applying topically on the forehead and actually at the base of your neck are really good places to actually apply those two essential oils. Other essential oils which are excellent for sleep: lavender. If you are someone that finds lavender stimulating, because there is a small percentage of the population where it has like this reverse effect, okay? If you are one of those people, then perhaps look at petitgrain or coriander essential oil to help rest and to promote restful relaxation. They've got very similar chemical constituents, but they don't have that excitatory component. So lavender or coriander or petitgrain, excellent at kind of helping to slow down your thoughts, to promote muscle relaxation and actual restful sleep. Okay, it's well documented to help with that. Another one that is beautiful for sleep is Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile in the diffuser or applied to your skin, on the soles of your feet or on your back. Absolutely lovely at just being very, very calming to the central nervous system. One of the other things that we sometimes struggle with, so in my line of work, which is in the emergency services, you know, if you're in healthcare, if you're in law enforcement, if you're in fire protection, you know, sometimes you can't just turn off your brain at the end of the shift. You know, like you've seen stuff that you didn't want to see, and perhaps you're still working through, you know, stuff that you did, and was it the right thing, or, you know, like I wonder what's happened to this person or this property, you know, after I've knocked off work. And so to include an essential oil like wild orange into your sleep blend can sometimes be really beneficial. So wild orange, we always think of all the citruses as being very uplifting, and they are, but they're also natural antidepressants. And so if you have an anxious mind or a worried mind, or a mind that just sometimes can't turn off because it's thinking about what could have done, you know, what you could have done or should have done, or that type of thing, to include wild orange in your sleep blend can have some real emotional benefits to you as well as to your sleep. So perhaps not on its own, but certainly incorporated into a sleep blend that perhaps contains some lavender or cedarwood. You know, we can really look at some holistic help here to not only help calm our central nervous system, but also provide some relief for some anxious feelings, or that worried mind, or the mind that won't turn off. We have lots of options and alternatives available to us. So there you go. These are just a few that I wanted to highlight with you. You know, I am really passionate about natural alternatives, and I'm also very passionate about my job. I love it, and I can't see myself giving up shift work anytime soon. So that means that I want to try and support my body the best way that I can. So I'm thinking that I might actually do an online workshop or a tutorial looking at all the different things. So one of the other things that shift workers have a lot of potential issue with is cortisol. You know, we tend to get a lot of adrenal exhaustion through constant stresses at the wrong time of day, and we have a lot of other chronic kind of health issues that are associated with shift work, and there are some natural alternatives to kind of consider to support our bodies with these. So I think I'm going to do an online tutorial. If you might be interested in that, it'll be set up for people that use oils already, as well as those that and I'm going on flying by the seat of my pants now. It's going to be set up for those that don't know anything about oils, and it's going to be set up for those that do. And let's look at how we can support ourselves to stay as happy and as healthy as we can doing the work that we do. So leave me a comment. Let me know if you're interested. I'll try and gauge some interest. I hope it's been helpful. I love you all. I'll talk to you later. And I'm going to go to bed now because I'm between shifts. I'll catch you later.